Hey there. Views be damned. Figured I'd make a little update thingy. I mean, I've opened my mouth, may as well keep talking, right? I've been recording, I feel, quite a bit. And by quite a bit, I mean, like, my 2 terabyte SSD got a bit lacking. So I bought a 1 terabyte external SSD. Hopefully that doesn't mess with anything. But crossing fingers. I feel like I'm doing constantly these days. Haven't edited everything yet, but I'm getting around to it. I just need that sweet energy thingy that everyone keeps talking about. But I believe I should have about 15, 16 videos, 20 minutes to an hour. Probably a mistake, but whatever. Probably would have recorded and edited more, but I've made mistakes. You see, before I decided to return to this whole YouTube thing, before I had that idea, I, out of sheer desperation, contacted the psychologist, psychiatrics thing we have here. But the one in charge was on vacation for like 3 months. Figured, I mean, I got an automatic response, so I figured it wasn't delivered, that it was like closed off or something like that. Moved on with my day, and to the best of my ability, started doing this, and whoop, response from this person, and now I'm back in therapy. And boy, was that a mistake. I don't know what to say about it. Like, if anyone watches this and you're in therapy, does your shrink do a bunch of number bullshit? Like, I have this piece of paper here where 3 times a day I'm supposed to put a circle, a square, and a triangle around a number ranging from 1 through 9. So say I have circle for morning, square afternoon, and triangle for evening, night, whatever. Say I wake up at 8 a.m. and I feel fine. And I still feel fine around 11 a.m. I put a circle around, say, 5. In the afternoon, I experience some shit. I start thinking about how pointless life is, and there's nothing I can do about it, because I can't seem to succeed with fucking anything ever. And on top of that, my mother just starts hammering me with bullshit. And that causes that 5 to drop to say a 2. So I draw a square around 2. I go to the store, buy a 6-pack, start drinking, say I take a good poop. My mother leaves me the hell alone. So at like 9 p.m. I feel better. Say a 4. Triangle around 4. Like, what is... Like, I failed to see what the hell this is supposed to do. I've already delivered one of these things, and all she did was draw colored lines, turning it into like a graph of some sort. And then she said, "It fluctuates a bit." Yeah, well, duh. But my primary issue with it is how subjective that is. I mean, a 4 for me can be a 1 for someone else. could be a 9 for someone else. I woke up and nothing has pushed me towards an early grave, but my primary issue is there. 4. Someone can experience the same day, but be one of those, "Daddy didn't buy me the car I wanted." So for them, it would be hell on earth. 1. And then some poor sucker had the same day, but hey, I didn't get assaulted 5 times, robbed twice, and was diagnosed with like 17 different types of cancer, so I guess today was pretty good. 9. Like, it's so, at least in my head, this means, for this to mean anything to the shrink, they need to know you. And she slapped me in the face with this piece of paper. First session. 3rd on Tuesday, as in, I believe, it's the 22nd of August. I think so. And also, every time before the session starts, she hands me this pad, like an iPad or something like that, right? And on the screen there are these lines with questions on top of them. I tap a line, it gives me a slider, and I'm supposed to slide it left or right. I think the top question is like, how do you feel about yourself today? So I slide that pretty freaking far to the left because, I hate myself. And then there's 45 minutes of talking, which is another issue, I'll get to it. And then she hands me that fucking pad again. But now there's new questions. Now it wants me to move the sliders, and it's like, how did you feel the shrink did today? Did this treatment work for you? Like, did you hate the way we do things? So, first of all, it's not like I can be honest about her. She's right fucking there. And second, I was not prepared to leave a fucking Yelp review. So that shit stresses me out. And then, on top of everything, she gives me homework. I'm 33 years old and I have homework. Had to go through this freaking questionnaire or whatever the hell it's called today. So it's another piece of paper. But like, the issue with the talking, like, it is so obvious that this lady has never had a proper issue in her life. And she seems just completely, I don't know how to explain it. She's one of those people that would like, oh, you have depression? Easiest thing in the world to fix that. Just stop being depressed. Yeah, she's one of those people. And it makes me wonder, how the hell did she get that job? Like, therapy is actually hurting me. So I don't think that'll last. But I made an effort. Back to what I was supposed to talk about. Videos in the process. Editing is a bitch in the audio department. But I'm trying my best with what I have. Found out that OBS have all those fancy audio functions, like the whole shut off mic when no sound over a certain decibel and turn it on when it is a thing on OBS. So like, background noise should be gone. And it should also stop me from peeking if I ever get triggered. Like, I was a little bit worried about using just that because I like to edit out things like coughing. But it turns out that OBS can do multiple audio tracks. And even though I fucked it up the first time, you can actually choose which audio track records what. Yes, I recorded like I don't know, like an hour-long video just to realize that both audio tracks was both. I believe that's how it was, which is weird. So I think I may scrap Audacity. But I only recently found out about those functions. And unfortunately, you can't just find the guide online for best settings. It's all like an individual thing. And I guess sometimes I get a little bit low in the decibel department, so it cuts out like half the sentence. So adjustments are needed. I'll try to turn on the decibel down a tad. Maybe that'll work, but there's those like 15, 16 videos I mentioned. I've only purely OBS like the last 4 of them or something. So you won't hear that mess for a bit. Well, I mean, unless I mess with it before recording this and you hear it now. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. So, yeah, working on it. Gotten places, but the audio is crap for several videos. And I cannot promise that will improve. Okay, even Premiere is messing with me, because in Premiere it sounds fine, and then I go through the whole like making the video process, and then I check the audio and it sounds completely different. I don't know why that is, but I remember that was a thing back then as well, so I guess that's a thing. I mean, hopefully I'll figure it out. And I'm not saying names, but I sure wish someone, not saying names, again, not saying names, would stop deleting footage before checking the finished product. Dang it!